think I can see it. I don't know. I am in here. There you go. Just checking something here before we do this. Just checking something here before we do this. Hold on. Okay. So. We are in here. So I'm going to do a sound check to make sure you guys can hear me. Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to give it a few minutes. I figure that this would be a good time to come on and talk about the subject that no one's addressing, no one's defending. They're just going to throw them in the line of fire, and I'm tired of it. So I am getting pretty annoyed with these, and I'm going to call it Rumble TV spiritual shows, Black Hat operation, as I call it, throwing the angels under the bus. And people literally questioning it and buying into that process. Across the board, they're buying into it. We've gone through these propaganda process, big money's behind it, pushing the agenda. And it's very convenient as those angelic presence start to show up on the debt clock consistently. And so, and there are millions of people that have had phenomenal experiences with angels. Phenomenal. Not just me, but many. And we need to remember that before these dark right-wing hats start to play this game, that they can't back up and will meet with a horrible demise with this situation. I've seen it happen. So it comes to jealousy, complete across the board. They are not highlighted in this situation for their darkness. But the good angels have done the work, have been here doing what they've needed to do for a long time. And this is about money. This is about pushing an agenda across the board. So you're messing with the wrong group of energy that you will regret it. And I'm saying across the board because I've seen it. I see how they work, how strong they are, what they're capable of doing, and having these people that are using props, not given talents, not given a natural gift at all, just props to sell a persona so they can change people's perspective of these light energy angels that protect us and protect this planet daily. Daily. So, how many people have described in accidents that they've been in, that those great beings have been there, have described them in detail, have described how they were saved? We're talking across the world, vast across the world on this situation. This wasn't important 9 months ago. This wasn't important 6 months ago. Only until, what? You see angels on the deck clock. It's important then. That's how they push the agenda. Angels carry elements. Angels carry frequency. Angels carry information. They don't look like humans. And the dark ones. The dark ones are called the fallen ones. The dark ones are called the fallen angels for a reason. For a reason. And if anybody's done research, and it's not always in an English format, so I'm telling you, keep pushing this agenda. Keep pushing it. It's not going to be a happy ending for you. I've seen the dark side of these dark angels and what they can do, and it's pretty bad. I've seen some bad stuff. But also, I've seen some amazing things that have come out of these situations, and it gets me to the core of me on how they don't work with any spirit, because that would give you a sense of knowing. It's a sense of the pocketbook that speaks, the sense of selling that agenda. So this is important at the end of this, where we're at in time and what we're looking at that helped us get here. So, and each day you're seeing it more and more. You're seeing the credibility where it needs to go. Where it needs to go to these higher beings. Sitting on the throne to the left and to the right. To the left and to the right. Some people, they work at making sure everything that is happening right now, every day, and they spend their time and their effort putting that energy into that every day. And then you have people who spend 2 hours on a show. But let's talk about a situation. If you want to give science the credibility, let's give science the credibility. What has that done for you in the past 3 years? What has it done for you in the past 3 years of, let's looking at the science side of things? It hasn't done much, has it? Because where did that lead a lot of people that are no longer on this earth because of listening to the science? You can't trust that subject, those people anymore. And if you look on the debt clock today, it tells you. Oh, actually, it was yesterday. It's a scam. Debt's a scam. Science is a scam. It's a scam. So you can come at me with all your science and your information on that. I'll challenge that on the channeling process any day, anytime. But we can't trust that anymore, can we? Because what that's done to humanity shows you it's been bought off. It's been bought off. So what we have left to see this process through, what's got us through this process, is our spirit, our faith, and to see that trueness come through, those predictions of the truth come through, not having any fear that that's going to show itself. I'm not going to throw out a deck of cards and depend on that. You've crossed the line with me when it comes to angels. You can't erase it. You can't erase them. They're in everything. They're written in stones, written in books that you can't even understand. But you think by doing a couple shows and pushing this out that you're going to erase them? Go ahead and try it. We're in the times that we need to know that we are led by that light. And that's what's going to get us through the other side of the bridge. This whole persona of the whole science, and look what it's done for Harvard. Look where that's gotten them. Look where it's going to get at the end of this situation. Nowhere. You have to re-establish our world and know that that was all a persona that was pushed too much because it was well paid for. And now you're seeing in the Rumble channel, it's well paid for too. It's crap. Not everything, and I've got a lot of Bibles. I've gone through them, all of them. And I've read a lot of verses and seen a lot of stuff and read a lot of books, and people know I do that. But let me tell you, what always shows true is the angels and their strength. And I would just like one day for those entertainers to walk in my shoes and to see what I see. I guarantee you they wouldn't have the balls to do it. They wouldn't have the balls to see what I see, to handle what I handle. They would run like chickens because their veil of understanding is limited. This is bigger and more important that we have people that have something to believe in, and you're trying to take that away from them. Forget it. It's not going to happen. So I am talking about this because I'm sick of hearing about it. I'm sick of them throwing the name in the gutter. We know what happened to the fallen ones. We know how that happened. We know that they came and foiled women, and we know the result of that. Okay? They are called the fallen ones. Don't get it mixed up with the ones that are standing on the side of the throne. So I am saying this in a public way. I am saying it in a way that I believe in, what I've seen, what I have followed through with, what I've seen on the documentation, and what I have drawn on many platforms. I've drawn these pictures many times of how these angels look. And you would be surprised in the elements that they carry. You would be surprised in who they stand in right now, in the mortals that they stand in on this plane right now. So people that are my followers already know. They already know. But they're just sick of your crap. And they're sick of the lies, and they're sick of hearing it. They're sick of it. So we're at a process that good things are happening. Good things are happening. And now you want to take credit away from beings that deserve it. So I'm saying what everybody feels. I'm saying how exactly everybody feels about this situation. And because you've had these entertainment people that have showed up in the last 5 years and act like they've done the work for a lifetime, they haven't. I guarantee at the end of this, you'll know those angels in a different way and what they stood for. And you will know their whole story in the situation. Dark. It's getting darker. People are seeing the truth, and it's scaring the heck out of the darkness. And so they know what to do. They pull on people's ego. So some of us can't be bought and sold. Some of us can. So I'm bringing this up because I'm tired of hearing about it, and I'm tired of seeing it, and I'm tired of it being a process that people are afraid that they can't trust these angels that you've been taught about since you were a child and had the presence of feeling it since you were a child. So it's a black hat agenda. Right wing, whatever you want to call it, black hat agenda. So I hope people listen to this message and share this, because proof is in front of you. The proof is showing you the future, is showing you the gold. It's showing you the gold path to that door. Period. It's almost the same as what they did to Yeshua. Throw it, desecrate it. Same crap that they're trying. So we're down to this process. And so So I find this very personal. People use those angels for protection on everything, and you're insulting them. You're insulting the way things are completely real when it comes to protection, and we use them, and they work for us. And I mean in a way that they are there when we call them in. So what I say is, anybody that doesn't believe that, watch and see. You're going to see it. You're going to see it. And like I said, documentation will follow that verification. You're going to be a witness, and this is going to bring you to your knees and have you understand where we are at in time. It's not about religion. That's going out the door too. As you can see, New York's not doing too great in that area. So do not give up faith in them. Do not let someone take that away from you. And when you feel in your deepest meditation and that light protecting you, understand that those wings are there. And they are true, and they are there for you to rely on them. Do not let this darkness steal that from you. Do not let them do that. So, and I talked about at the end of this, and you guys are seeing more and more revealed that you can't trust anymore. You're seeing it fall apart. You're seeing the narrative fall apart. You first thought it was on the left wing, and now you're starting to really see it on the right wing, and now you're starting to see it saturated in the spiritual community and what it's all about. Because when this is over, they're going to unplug those TV shows. And who was serving the darkness and who was serving the light is going to be seen in the light. It's going to be seen. So your darkness will be shown. The master of who you serve will be shown. But you're not taking away their faith. You're not taking away their miracles. You're not going to take away their belief. If you have doubt, listen to your higher self. Listen to that energy. Call in Creator, because it'll tell you, it'll show you and lead you to the knowing. And the people that are doing this, they're lost themselves. They have no direction in knowing where their own faith is, or what is they are led by, what they need to do on this earth for humanity. They're not concerned with that at all. So, I really honor the ones that are standing up, and they're standing up with big brass balls saying, this isn't right. We're standing up. We're not backing down. We're done. We're done with the BS. We're done with the crap. We're done with your flesh needs and your flesh control of things. We're done with it. Thing is, it's just people are starting to understand it's not about what you drive and what you look like and all that stuff. They don't care anymore. They've gotten the big picture that it's about balance. And being content and having everything that you need to survive, and then giving back to humanity. So keep messing with the angels. This isn't a game. But you're going to find out. At the end of this show, you're going to find out. So you hit a bad side of me when it comes to what I feel very protected by and what I've seen and witnessed and seen miracles from. And so now I'm saying it. So, now that I have stated that, I'm going to do another show on some documentation on that I have in many books of stuff about each one that carries those elements, that carries the why they were chosen, with their loyalty, and why they are strong angels. There's so many levels. You hear on this platform, they only talk about 5 to 7 angels. They don't really go into the depths of the levels of heavens and the levels of authority, and which angels do protect in a very severe way and which ones do not. Okay. And we can go into the fallen ones and how they got there. So maybe that needs to be explained a little more in that situation, because that's where you need to have your faith now in them, because they have been there through the whole process of protection. I mean, do they look like complete humans? Again, nothing looks like a human on the other side. Are these strong beings? Yes. Are they very tall? Yes. So maybe I need to draw a couple of them so people can understand what they really look like. So I'm bringing this up because I've seen it several times, and I'm just tired of the subject and tired of them being thrown down into the ground when they are. There's 2 different categories of the fallen ones and the ones that held the light for the truth. Like, again, these are people that get this information and they just share it among each other, not having a special ability, just creating something that fits that persona to change the outlook and change the faith in people. So don't fall for it and then shut them down. Like I've always told you guys, go back with the information and shove it in their face. Guarantee you they don't want to debate it. So anyway, it's kind of a later night for me to do this and everything, but I would tell you, and I'm going to tell you this in a very severe way, and it's very strong with me. Watch the cities, because when I've showed you those pictures, it's this close. And all those events that I told you that were going to happen in the cities, it's this close. And watching streets, watching alleyways, watching buildings, watching banking, watching buildings being locked out, all of it. All of it. Watching white buses, watching fencing being built up. They always have to put them in a certain area and filter them out. So, and then this is not going to be a slow process that you think. This stuff can happen overnight and be built up overnight. And I'd say that stronger force is starting to gather itself before it shows its appearance on the podiums that I've told you guys about for services. They will show themselves and be blunt on what they expect from the public and what they expect you to abide by at this time. Don't make it harder on them after this is implemented. So, so I'm just kind of upset that there's not been more people that have stand up for these angelic presence. I'm just shocked by just going with the alternative on that. So I've started it, and I hope more people stand up for this because it's wrong. And we're at a process right now that everybody feels like they're not going anywhere. They're just going in circles, and it's really driving people crazy. But, you know, are we in this? We're not in the 3D process anymore. We don't have anything behind us to grasp onto. There's nothing behind you. You have to go forward. You have to continue this journey. You have to stand up, brush your knees off the dust, and move forward. And call bullshit where bullshit is and tug through that. Get to that goal that you need to get there to, which is on the other side of that bridge. Because these faces that lie will be in the past and they'll be forgotten for their lies. But the truth will be remembered. Always. The truth will be remembered. So, I just hate it when people are continually being lied to, continually trying to hurt their spirit, hurt the spirit that resides in each of us, and try to put fear in it. They don't like it on that side, and I definitely don't like it on this side. It's a bad situation. So, I'm not a follower, never been, never have, never will be. I lead my own path for what the visuals that I see and let that documentation follow that information. Don't care. Oh, my cat. So, it's funny. It's so quiet. And wait till they get on YouTube, and then they have to come on and give you an opinion. So, and I would say for this week, really, if you can meditate in the way that you feel connected to. You feel connected to Creator. You feel connected to the angels. You feel connected to the energy. Do it. That resides within you. And I talked about that voice that's behind here that's going to connect everybody. The Creator has that frequency that the negative could never have, could never, ever have it. That's going to come online, that inner voice. And when that does, boy, it will make this whole world stop at that very moment when you hear that sound. So all these people that have been underground, on top of the ground, and been in the air, and been in such treachery places, it's to be honored. Those are the heroes, not the ones behind the microphone. The truth. There has been many images of the angels on the clock. That was from yesterday, Four Corners. So I think I'm done with my rant tonight. And so just so you people know, it is not the followers that follow me. It is the ones I'm speaking to that are trying to corrupt and sabotage this miracle time. It won't be forgotten. But people remind you of the mistake you made. So have faith in yourself. Have faith in what you believe in. Have faith in what is deeply desired inside you that's connected to Creator and these angelic presence. And don't ever let anybody take that away from you. So, you guys, I just want to come on and be very blunt and be upfront about this message, but I didn't want to beat around the bush on this. It's been building up with me on this, and I've been seeing it. And so, how dare you? That's what I have to say to them. How dare you? Stay in the light. Stay in spirit. You can get through this. You don't need anybody. The truth already resides within you. You guys have a good night. Take care. Stay in the light.